So, Daktari, I wish to give you the chance to introduce yourself to this committee, and maybe further to your introduction, you will also tell us your thoughts in the county government of Kericho. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Dr. Wesley Bor. I'm the county secretary and also head of county public service in Kericho. I want to mention a few things under my role as a county secretary and also head of county public service. The roles are actually drawn in from Article 235 of the Constitution of Kenya, the 2010 Constitution. And when you look at Article 235 of the 2010 Constitution, there are three specific roles that I'm given as a county secretary and head of county public service. The first one is responsible for arranging the business and keeping the minutes of the county executive. So my biggest role is arranging the business and keeping the minutes. The second role that is very important is conveying the decisions of the county executive committee to the appropriate persons and also authorities. Then finally is that the county secretary is the head of county public service, where when we talk about county public service are all individuals other than the state officers performing the functions within the state organ. Recently, there was also a revision of the job description through IGTRC, where the roles were further defined in terms of specificity. The first one is managerial or supervision responsibilities, that is entrenched. Then number two, that is also very important in terms of the roles, are operational responsibilities. When we talk about operational responsibilities, are conveying the decision of the county executive, undertaking day-to-day administration and management of the office of the county secretary, and then working with county public service board and also chief officers to ensure proper human resource management is done within the county. I think that's in summary what is the role of a county secretary. Thank you, Chair.
Through the Chair, number one, Dr. Bor, let me first welcome you to this committee. I know the Chair had extended also a word of welcome. The second one is maybe to inform you that you are the second candidate today to appear before the special committee of Adhoc. We had the first person whom we've interacted for almost 2 hours, that is Honorable His Excellency the Deputy Governor. And with us here in our files, I will wish maybe the sergeant at arms you can use. Maybe I'll request upon I finish this one, making these remarks, maybe I'll request the sergeant at arms letter to hand over this file to you. Maybe before I go that direction, Dr. Poro, maybe I ask you simple question on what do you know about Londiani accident and its victims?
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Philip Rono, for that question. What I know about Londiani is that I was on an official duty in Nairobi. That was on 30th June when I saw the breaking news in the media that a tragic road accident has occurred in Londiani. I was quickly able to have a conversation with His Excellency and I did plan my travel on Saturday, and I was able to witness the tragic accidents, the impact, and also the victims that were affected. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe instead of even handing you, I know being a doctor, you will be in a position to remember so many things sometimes, but if you find one that you are not sure, maybe you can ask, I extend the file to you. But maybe for the purpose, because of time, you will allow me, Chair, I'll be reading this, and the answers I'll be expecting from the county secretaries, whether yes or no, to allow us move very fast. Dr. Wesley, on 3rd July 2023, do you remember writing a letter to the branch manager, Equity Bank of PO Box 15, 62, 200? The topic there is request for security and Chief OS to transport donation money. And you wrote a letter, and the letter read, above subject refers, Deputy President His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua EGH will be leading a memorial service fundraiser to support the road traffic accident victims in Londiani. Money will be used for the purpose of settling hospital bill and funeral expenses. Transport will be required as from 11 a.m. in Londiani Town Ground on Tuesday, July 2023. The contact person will be CPA Gilbert P, Chief Officer for Finance and Economic Planning. Telephone number 0722 251 706. And the author of this letter is Wesley Kaibor, PhD, County Secretary and Head of Public Service. And you copied to His Excellency the Governor and His Excellency the Deputy Governor. And the same letter was copied to Honorable Teacher Leonard, CC for Finance and Economic Planning. You remember?
Yes.
You ordered the same letter?
I will be able to confirm, but I also remember sending a letter to the bank, 2 letters. One was requesting for the Paybill number, that is 8 or 6.
No, maybe I'll come there. Oh, this one that I've read.
Yes.
Are you confirming to be the order of the same letter?
I confirm that I'm the order of the same letter.
Thank you very much. There is another one here, Kericho County folio sheet, and there is a letter that is reading, that is attached. The cover letter reads, County Government of Kericho, internal memo from Dr. Wesley Bor, County Secretary and Head of Public Service, to CPA Gilbert B, Chief Officer Finance and Acting Chief Officer for Economic Planning, on 19th June 2023. Reference of the letter is that one. And the request for facilitation of payment for expenditures incurred in the Londiani accident. The letter reads, the above subject matter refers, please facilitate the payments from the Londiani fundraiser kitty as approved and agreed upon by the planning committee members as per the attached minutes. Please find enclosed the documents related to the expenditures for your reference. And the letter has been signed by Dr. Wesley Bor, PhD, County Secretary and the Head of Public Service. And here enclosed is not original copy. One to His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Eric Mutai. The second one is to His Excellency Fred K. Kirui, Deputy Governor. Another one is to Honorable Leonard TCC Finance. And the fourth one to Honorable Edna C. Tanui, CC Public Service Management. Do you remember, or I give you, maybe you confirm?
Let me confirm, Chair, because I seem not to remember that. What I remember was a letter that was sent to...
And attached, yes.
That was sent to
that
CC Leonard Langata.
And attach of the same, maybe for the sake of records. The same letter has got the enclosed actually, or the attached are the minutes of Londiani Disaster Committee meeting held on 18th of July 2023 at the Governor's boardroom. And the present members were Dr. Wesley Kaibor, PhD, County Secretary and Head of Public Service, who is also appearing there as a chair. And number 2, Honorable Joseph Jerorot, Member of Parliament, Kipkelion East, Honorable Leonard Ngeti, CCM Finance, Honorable Brenda P, CCM Health, Honorable Rosemary Rob, CC Water, Honorable Edina Tanoi, CC Public Service Management, Honorable Chirchir Chudit, CC for Education, Honorable Daniel Rob, CC for Information, Communication and E-Government, Youth Affairs and Gender, CS Petsy Chepet, CEO for Lands, Housing and Physical Planning. Those are the minutes. I don't even have to read the whole of them. If you can confirm to us that it originated from you, we can move.
Allow me to confirm the first letter through the file of Honorable Matthew, that you will note that the letters, that the documents that emanate from the CS office normally has a volume, like I will be able to demonstrate. So when you look at this letter, that's why I'm saying that I may not be able to confirm authenticity. It does not have a volume at the end. It's only indicated CS/fin/volume. So I'll be requesting for more time because it does not follow the format of my memos. This one.
Which one?
The one that was addressed to CPA Gilbert.
For Chief OS?
No, the one for facilitation. I may need that.
This one for request for the facilitation.
Because it does not have a volume.
But do you remember, maybe let us assume the issue of the letter, the minutes that is attached with it?
Yes, I can confirm the minutes, Chair.
So you can confirm the minutes originated from you?
Yes. I'll be tabling a different letter, Chair, later that we wrote to Honorable Leonard Ngetich, instructing him to do the payment as per the committee, because Leonard was a member of the committee.
Plus maybe because of the confirmation now of the same, because you said your table may be different from what we have.
Yes.
Here is another one. This one is the issue of county government of Kericho press release that you released. Now, the other one that I read, Bonaboro.
Yes.
Here is another one that is having the stamp of even office of the governor. I think it was received. This one is it was adjusting the dates from the previous one, but it has got also the attached minutes and the volume at the side. You said the other one had no volume. Now this one has volume.
Yes.
This one is from Dr. Wesley Kaibor, PhD, the County Secretary and Head of the County Public Service, Honorable Ngetich Leonard Kipkoech, CC for Finance and Economic Planning and the Head of County Treasury, dated 19th July 2023, and reference is KEC/CS/F and EP/volume X in brackets 22. And this one now is request for facilitation of payment for expenditures incurred in the Londiani accident.
Yes, I confirm this because it agrees with the format of our memos.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you are confirming that one?
Yes.
Originated from...
And that is the one Chair had indicated that I was going to table at the end.
Yeah, thank you very much. The second one, the third one actually, or the fourth one, we have a copy of a press release that is alleged to have been released by you. We don't want to rely on rumors.
Yes.
The press release reads, the county in collaboration with the national government organized a successful fundraiser for victims of Londiani accident to provide both material and emotional support. The second one is the fundraiser planning committee comprised the county executive, the national government through the county commissioner's office and the respective elected leaders in our county. For prudent use of resources, a committee was formed and Paybill established linked to the county donation account. The purpose of the Paybill was for the well-wishers to contribute their donation. The Paybill is still open and the committee will be doing a close-out report once all the targeted beneficiaries are settled. The fifth one is the accident claimed 53 lives and injured 24 who were admitted in various health facilities. The sixth one is the paramedics that participated in the rescue efforts suffered post-traumatic stress. In the response to this, the medical team has planned a continued psychological support to the affected families and paramedics through the Department of Public Service Management and Health Services. The eighth is, during the fundraiser, His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai promised and waived mortuary fees and the treatment cost for the victims of Londiani accident. Number 9, however, we still have critically ill patients and undergoing specialized treatment which requires further surgeries. The cost of treatment and medication continues to accrue. To date, some victims had their lower limb amputated and requires rehabilitation to restore their normal lives. Then the committee has set aside the funds to support their continued specialized treatment and rehabilitation until they are fully recovered and discharged. 11, some of the victims lost their motorbikes and also small businesses at the site of the accident. The committee established that the motorbikes and businesses were not insured. The committee has allocated funds for the purchase of new motorbikes to be distributed this week. We appreciate the National Police Service, the County Disaster Management, and the Sub-County Administrator's Office for their dedicated service in rescue and coordination of the exercise. I wish to confirm that no donation money was paid to the County Commissioner's Office or our offices in form of allowances. In addition to the national government support of Kenya shillings 300,000 to the bereaved families, the county donation kitty provided Kenya shillings 90,000 to make a total of 390,000. Further, the national government provided Kenya shillings 200,000 to the survivors and additional county donation kitty of Kenya shillings 60,000 to the 24 survivors. The second last is 6 of the victims submitted names that were not correctly matching their official names and as appeared in their identification cards. This caused delays in dispersing their funds. I also wish to invite our Deputy Governor, His Excellency Engineer Fred Kirui, to take time of his busy schedule to come back to the county government of Kericho and confirm firsthand and progress made in addressing the plight of Londiani victims and families and other matters of development in the county. Last one, his presence will help in providing the residents of Kericho and public with accurate and verifiable information. The end. Are you confirming you are the one who read that press statement?
Yes, Chair, I confirm that I read the press statement.
Thank you.
On behalf of the committee.
Thank you very much. So, Chair, to that end, I think what we wanted or whatever we have in our files has been confirmed to have been originating from the desk and the hands and the signature appearing at the end of every document has been confirmed to have been originating from the office, and the bearer of the office is before us. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Maybe for record, you can say except one that we still need a confirmation. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Daktari, for acknowledging and also finding time to be here with us. We wish, as a committee, to give you a chance to give us an account of what you know prior to the planning of the fundraiser in Londiani and post events that transpired after the fundraiser, so that afterwards we will give a chance to these honorable members in case they need some clarity on some matters. We will give them also a chance to ask as you respond. So I wish to give a directive from the chair that once we hand over the program to Dr. Bor to give us his account, I don't wish that we interrupt unless prompted and otherwise. Thank you and welcome, Dr.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me an opportunity. First, on behalf of the county, I wish to convey my deepest condolences to the families that lost their loved ones. In this incident, which is quite unfortunate, we lost 53 lives, that is 52 plus one that we lost in Nakuru to make it 53, and 24 were injured, and 3 are still receiving treatment. I know we'll be getting a comprehensive report. Number 2, which I want to state to the committee and also to the residents of Kericho and to the families, is that we are able to account up to the last shilling. I want to state that no money has been lost as a result of the donation exercise. And I would also want to confirm as a county that we have done phase 1 of the support. And as I mentioned in the press conference, is that there will be phase 2 as we do the closeout of the exercise. Thank you also to the members of the County Assembly through your oversight for giving us an opportunity, 1, to give the true figures of what happened, and also to take ourselves through accountability process and be able to account so far for the much that we have been able to dispense, and also an opportunity to be able to give the evidences that we have. I indicated previously that it occurred on 30th June. Well, I think the governor and myself was also away for official duties in Nairobi, and therefore it was quite unfortunate that we needed to plan and also be with the families and the victims and be able to support in terms of the rescue process. I wish to also state that, like any other emergency that was not anticipated, the response initially, the one of the response is not coordinated, because what is very important is first saving lives and also ensuring that even those lives that were lost also get dignified support in terms of the storage system, the storage facilities. That is why what was very important was to bring in a team of the leadership that would be able to support in acting as the first committee. So what we did through the support of His Excellency the Governor, I was able to do a letter inviting the elected leaders, including also the leadership of the affected area that was Kipkelion East. So the letter is dated 2nd July 2023.
Chairman, allow me to interject, Chairman, please.
Yes.
Yes, are you able to confirm that all the deceased are 53? Because what we have is 52, 49 from Londiani, 2 district hospital, and 1 in Nakuru. Make it 53, making it 52. So the 53rd one is, maybe if you can give us the name.
Thank you. So from our official list, it is 53, but since I will be having my counterpart from health, we can allow them to confirm the exact numbers. But what we have is 53, and the total injured was 24 to make a total of 77.
So you don't have the names of the 53, so that you can do the comparison.
For privacy of the families, I will be able to table. We have the names, but I may not be able to pronounce in camera, but I'll be able to provide an annex of that, the list that we used.
Thank you, Chairman. Another interruption is you've confirmed that we had 24 casualties.
Yes.
Who were taken to various hospitals.
Yes.
And this committee went to Nakuru.
Yes.
PG Hospital.
Yes.
They established that 9 were taken to that hospital.
Yes.
Unfortunately, 1 died. To remain 8.
Yes.
And 3 of them were taken to Morlo Sub-County Hospital to bring a total of 11. So is this 24 addition? Is this 24 the total you are talking about, inclusive of those who are taken to Nakuru?
Yes, it is inclusive of Nakuru.
Thank you.
Then I have also indicated for records that we will, our CC for Health will give a comprehensive report
before
the committee.
Before also you proceed, Dr. you told us there were no coin lost.
Yes.
For purposes of record, how much was collected?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, both in cash and in Paybill.
In Paybill. Thank you.
Chair, what I want to know also is collection in cash and also other donations from either KEMSA, any other place, and other donors.
Okay.
Any other support that we received.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, Chair. I have a report that I'll be tabling before you of the total collections that were done. On 3rd of July, I wrote to the bank on behalf of the team requesting for a Paybill number 8062001 that was indicated Londiani Accident Support. And we are glad that through the support of the service provider, we were able to get a Paybill number. The Paybill number was linked to a donation account in our county. We have a donation account in the county. So I want to table that. Let me begin from the Paybill. The total that we collected from the Paybill was 935,964. 935,964. That is this is a statement that we got from the bank this morning because we wanted to give the committee the accurate figures. Yes, as of today. Actually, Chairman, for record purposes, we received a donation of 20 shillings 2 days ago. I think that was the last donation that came to the Paybill. So it is 935,964. I know within the social media, we have been seeing figures of 29. On 4th of July, in the document that I'll table, there is a statement from Equity Bank. On 4th of July, there is a statement from Equity Bank, is that what was transferred from the Paybill, what was transferred from the Paybill to the account, because normally in a Paybill, at the end of every day, the collections gets to the donation account. So in day 1 of when we launched the Paybill on 3rd, we received a donation of 200 shillings. That was on 3rd of July. Then as we kept publicizing the Paybill, on 4th of July, we received a donation of 29,810. And I think this is what has been circulating in the media. However, we were also able to receive, that is on 6th of July, and on 5th of July, we received a total of 537,150. That was on 5th of July. 537,150. 537,150. Then on 6th of July, we received a donation of 266,361. 266,361. That is what we I wanted to confirm. Then on 7th of July, we received 51,253.
Chairman, maybe
I will table this.
As the CS continue, maybe you'll allow me to ask a question that, CS, did you confirm that this minutes that is before us is authentic and signed by you? He confirmed. So if he confirmed,
Yes.
maybe you have just said that the 29,000 is in the media. But in
Yes.
your minutes, I'm seeing in the start of the paragraph, the M-Pesa number was shilling 29,000.
Yes.
So maybe the date of minutes is that 18th July.
Yes.
So
Yes.
is it from the media, or this minute is also media
Okay.
generated?
One of the things I wanted to thank you, Chair, for that clarification is that what was captured in the minutes then was before we got an official statement from the bank, and what we got was what was captured was 29,810. But when we got an official document
Chair,
that I'll be able to
Chair.
table from the bank,
Chair, you need to give Daktari a very good directive.
yes,
This is the minutes of on 5th. The minutes here, this one is on 18th July. And by 5th of July, Daktari, you had already have 500,000. So one, you need also to clear the air
yes,
and take this committee serious by
Thank you.
telling us the truth.
thank
Chair,
you.
through the chair also, this minute, you see, I was reading what you told us that in the act you are supposed to be taking the minutes. I do believe you are the one who was taking the minutes during that time regarding this. Again, this is the committee approved the following expenditures. So already you are approving, meaning you should be approving what you have received.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe, Chairman, before that, we have agreed that maybe we give CS time to continue, but in the due course, maybe he can confirm only if at this date, 2018, that statement that you have was specifically as at 18th.
Okay,
Or
thank you. The statement that I'm going to table and I have read to the members, and thank you, Chair, for clarifying. I know that I'm under oath, and therefore, what I'm going to table are official statements from the bank, which we know. And I think Honorable Albert asked what was my role in that meeting. So when you look at page 1 of the minutes, is that I was chairing the meeting. I was chairing the meeting, and also we had a colleague that was capturing every minute. Honorable members are normally confirmed for corrections and rectifications in subsequent meetings. And therefore, as you capture minutes, why we read minutes in a meeting is to confirm whether they were the true deliberations of the members. So that was the minutes as of 18, and I'm very sure that as we do the closeout of the exercise, Chair, and as I table this, what I'm giving is a true statement of what came through the M-Pesa and also what came through the cash. And this is also available for verification since they are the official documents that come from the account. Thank you, Chair, for your guidance. I wanted to confirm, just for record, there's a question that was asked.
I think I need some clarifications here
Yes.
before we proceed. Because you see, these are the minutes that were from the
18.
meeting.
The meeting on 18.
And it has been approved that these are the correct minutes. And these were the minutes deliberating on some issues.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
these were the issues that you were finalized on behalf of the committee. The committee were finalized. Now, when you look even at the expenditure that has been approved here,
Yes.
including disbursement of money
Yes.
to
to disbursement of money, expenditures, and for the Paybill, there is still a balance of 900,000, which is not captured here as part of the expenses. And when you say this is a balance, and you are not sure about the balance, and when you mentioned that the balance as per the 5th was 500, then honestly, I expect that you should table us the minutes and every details, because in minute 2 it says Honorable Leonard CC Finance informed the meeting that the amount of money collected is 13,653,000. The amount collected through M-Pesa, that is a very straightforward Paybill number, is 29,000. That is a very straightforward statement. Kenya shillings. Total is Kenya shillings 13,682,000. That is a very straightforward statement of financial availability. You told us again that you are aware of the amount that has been raised and even broke down. Now, kindly, we would like to know very clearly, give us the very clear information, because you see 29,000 should not read 29,000, it should be reading 954,000 as per the date when the expenditure was happening. Leave alone the time, maybe the 20 shillings that was maybe deposited today. Break down for us the 29,000 and the 13,682,000 in this expenditure. How did you come up with this expenditure minus the other money?
Okay, Chairman, with your permission, I think the County Secretary should tell us, because I think you end up depositing less amount. We want to know the amount that was fundraised from Londiani and directly deposited to account, unless you deposit the less amount, so that when you are doing balancing, you get that.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Sorry, Daktari, for interruption. Maybe fast, honorable members, through the chair. I know this thing is very emotive, Daktari.
Yes,
you see, it has captured the issues to do with public interest.
Yes.
And I'll kindly request the honorable members that let's take one by one. Now, it's like Daktari, from what you are doing, because you've already confirmed to us that all these minutes, all these letters originated from you, you chair the same, you generated these minutes. Maybe to guide you a little bit, the Daktari wanted to give us first the money that they collected in terms of cash. You see, this is Paybill, and they has broke what he got in the Paybill to be 935,964. Can we give him opportunity first, maybe to give us the amount they collected in cash? Then we want to flow in a very systematic manner. But maybe a reminder to the county secretaries that these are a very, very, very serious committee, that its recommendations are quite very serious. So take it serious. Kindly give us step by step. So we will be guiding the meeting properly, so that you will not be seen as if you are being harassed or a lot of questions at the same time. We will go. Even if we will stay here up to 7, Daktari, we can assure you we want to give you ample time. Can you kindly give us first how much you collected in terms of cash?
Thank you. Thank you for guiding me. And also I want to say that I respect the committee. So what I was saying was that we were able to collect in the Paybill, so that I go systematically, was 935,964. 935,964, that was in the Paybill. And what was withdrawn to the account, because at the end, as by today, is the same 935,964 that went to the donation account. That's now being. Then number 2, I also want to say that during the fundraiser, the amount that was collected, the the cash that was collected during the fundraiser was 13,653,660. 13,653,660. That is the cash that was collected during the fundraiser. Yes.
Cash and this Paybill. Can somebody add for us? We get the total. No, he has finished that point.
I have finished because I have given the Paybill.
Giving us the breakdown of the Paybill,
Yes.
up to 7th of 7th. So maybe before we do the total cost,
Yes.
or the total amount, you stop on 7th of July, which was 51,253. Is there any other amount you receive through the Paybill
Yes.
apart from the 7?
Yes.
Yes, give us.
So looking at the statement, and this statement is a bit longer, Chair, I will be able to mention, and thank you for reassuring me that we will be here for long. So on 11th of July, I think I had reached 10th. I was on 7th. Then on 10th of July, I mentioned that it was 51,150. 51,150. There is from the statement 51,150. That was on 10th of July. Then on 11th of July, we received 20 shillings. That is on 11th of July. Yes, 20 shillings on 11th of July. Because so from the bank statement, I would now add from the bank statement, as of today, both cash and M-Pesa, the Paybill, both cash and Paybill is 14,589,624. 14,589,624. I hope members they are adding. We can confirm that they are adding. Yes, thank you. 14,589,624. This is available, Chair.
I wish we could give to our clerk to make copies of the same and circulate. Is that a certified copy of the same? Oh, this is just a statement certified. This is Equity Bank, Kericho, certified as true copy of the original. Okay, thank you so much. Kindly make us a copy of the same and circulate to the members. Daktari, proceed. And also, before you proceed, I want to urge the honorable members that let's give Daktari a chance to present. Question and answer time will come. Kindly capture your questions so that we proceed.
Thank you for your protection, Chair, so that I can be able to proceed. I have given the amount that was collected both in cash and also M-Pesa, and I'm glad that they are in agreement. When this road traffic accident happened, as I was proceeding, we invited the elected leaders, and I would want to confirm that as part of the team that were invited to attend the meeting for 2nd July 2023 for planning was also His Excellency the Deputy Governor, and I would want to table the letter that we invited. Then I'll also table the attendance of that meeting. The letter reads, Dear Sir, REEF fundraiser and memorial service for Londiani road traffic accident victims. The above subject matter refers. The earth-breaking road traffic accident occurred on Friday, 30th June 2023 at Londiani Junction. The road traffic accident has so far claimed 52 lives, then, while about 32, because we didn't have real figures at that time, are receiving treatment in both Kericho and Nakuru, because this was happening after. The purpose of this letter is to invite you to attend a consultative meeting on the proposed fundraiser and a memorial service for Londiani road traffic accident victims. The meeting will be held tomorrow, Monday, 3rd July 2023 at the conference boardroom at 2 p.m. The purpose of the meeting, Chair, one was to also bring together the leadership of Kericho to be able to guide and support the process of response. When a disaster occurs, we need everyone to be on board. So I would want to confirm, Chair, that we did the invitation, and I will also be able to give the list of the members who were able to attend. Thank you.
You said you invited elected leaders, and I'm aware Kipkeli on this has got 4 MCAs. Did you invite even one of them because they are also elected?
Yes, the invitation, when I need to trigger my memory, Chair, but from the invites that went from my office, and I'll be able to table some of the letters, I have only come with a few, was that they were invited, and I'm glad that at least the leadership was present.
So the MCAs attended?
I need to check the attendance again, Chair.
But you invited them? Because they are here.
Yes, so
we can
the
give them
leaders I wanted to table.
Now
Chair.
you will allow me, Chair, to sit on your behalf, then
Yes.
because you are a member
Yes.
of that Kipkeli Anuist, you can confirm to this committee whether you were invited and whether you attended. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, the committee. We were indeed invited to attend a planning meeting. Then soon after our invite, when we cleared the meeting at the boardroom of His Excellency the Governor, we were left stranded at the doorstep to date.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
What the chair said is true.
You
were just invited.
Yes.
We were left in the gate.
Yes. But you participated in the meeting, Honorable. The planning meeting, because I'm talking about the planning meeting.
The first day.
The first day.
Yes, we were just invited on the first day. Never again.
Because I'm still giving a chronology.
Never again. Only one in the boardroom.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Was the deputy governor invited?
Yes, he was invited in writing, and also through the letter was also sent through an email.
And the letter was delivered on time, or maybe
Yes,
after?
for all the invited leaders, I did the invitation on July 2nd, 2023 at 1:46 p.m. That is the 1:46 p.m. That is the moment, the time I send the email, and also through WhatsApp invitation. I will table the email printout for His Excellency the Deputy Governor, and also the invitation letter.
Okay, Bona County Secretary, I never got any invitation.
I'm Dr. Bor.
Dr. Bor,
Yes.
I never got any invitation.
Okay. My apologies for that.
Yes, Chair. I would like to confirm that we invite, but on visiting the site, we were left behind.
On the visit
all
to
of
the
us.
site.
Now, again, maybe later on I will ask a question whether there were other meetings before you invited us.
Okay.
On maybe other details that we were not able to get in that meeting.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Through the chair, I want to confirm.
Yes, yes.
Me, I was not invited to that meeting. I don't know whether we were worthy to attend the meeting, or maybe nominated were not supposed to attend the meeting?
That's why I was saying that my apologies in case the letter was not delivered, because that was on Sunday at 1:46 p.m. Yes, and you know, in any emergency response, sometimes, Honorable Matthew, in any emergency response, sometimes we even forget our children, because the priority is actually about saving lives, and that was on Sunday. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Through the Chair, I want to confirm that I was invited.
Thank you.
But after leaving the boardroom,
yes,
I was never invited in any other functions again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Proceed, Chair Budget.
Chairman, I'm still concerned about the minutes, especially the Paybill money, the 29,000. So because you're the one who signed these minutes, so how comes you signed a minute that has 29,000, which is in the Paybill, and from the expenditures, I'm saying that you use a total of 13,547,14 plus this 112,946, which is approximately 13,653, and yet you have just said that what is in the donation account after the withdrawal of 935 is 14 million.
Okay.
So what happened to an extent whereby you signed a minute to 29,000 and with an expenditure of 13.5 instead of 14?
Thank
you.
you.
I was requesting, Chairman, that maybe if you can clarify there so that we proceed. Thank you.
So through the guidance of the Chair, allow me to speak on behalf of the Secretary of the meeting, that was Alphonse Roticha, because I was chairing the meeting, is that whenever officers meet, the role of the Secretary is to capture the report of the members. And in capturing that report of the members, we also captured the report of Honorable Leonard Ngetich, the CC for Finance, that he had seen in his pay bill a payment of 29,000 that was dated 4th of July, and that is what was captured in the minutes. And I did mention in the beginning that for the purpose of this meeting, I have tabled today what was collected from day one to the last day in both Paybill and also in cash, and we have confirmed that they are tallying. So what we'll be able to do, since those are minutes, with the subject of our discussion today are minutes dated 18, then I also mentioned in my earlier submission, Chair, that we have not done a close-out report and a close-out meeting, because in part of my submission, there is still a disbursement that we'll be able to do according to the cash that we have in the pay bill, and also according to the cash that were received. And therefore, I'm seeking through you, Chair, since what is captured in the minutes was a report for 4th of July, that we admit the statement that is verified for that I have presented this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Allow me to interrupt you. When you say there are still money that has not been dispersed, a question would come up, Dr. that we had an Arambi with specific instructions, with specific purpose, that this money would be used by the bereaved families to foot out the funeral expenses. Dr. if to date there's families of victims who have not received their allocation. Maybe you will be in a position to tell us more about it.
Okay, allow me to
Chair,
mention
before
that,
you, there's a follow-up question on the same, Chair.
Yes.
It is a very great concern when it comes to disbursement of the fund. In the first case, Dr. Bor, seemingly the purpose of collection was to go to the families of the deceased and the victim. What actually transpired you to have a donation which was specifically for that day for supporting the funeral arrangement and also to support the victim? How did you came on board? Of course, you've mentioned for us your rules. Is you're just having sharing minutes, but it is shocking when it comes to a position whereby you are taking those collection, which is not donation to the county government, and placing them to a special purpose account, for which in the first case there is no connection between the fundraise of the day and the county government. You are very shocked and be on record. How did this money came to the county government, whereby you are chairing as a county secretary? Of course, taking that long time. In fact, the national government collection came faster than you, whereby the purpose of this fundraise was to assist for the funeral arrangement and also the victims. So kindly be on record. What made you to be in touch of that money, which was purposely for the victim and the deceased one? And you are still talking of up to date. You are still holding money, of which if we come to a conversation like this, you shall be coming in a disagreement, because we cannot allow the county government to be tainted by the fundraise money, whereby the county secretary is seated and telling us you still have on hold of that money. Kindly clarify.
Chair, allow me to
Further to
respond.
that,
Yes.
Daktari, are you aware that after we did a fundraiser in Londiani,
Yes.
victims, after having frustrations in getting the money that we collected in Londiani, they went out again to source other funds to operationalize the expenditure for funeral.
Okay. Yeah. So, Chair, thank you. I take note of that. Allow me to explain two scenarios. The first one is the process of identification of the victims. The process of identification of the victims. So, Chair, we were able to identify the deceased, which we have a list of the beneficiaries that we paid to the deceased. That was the first one. And in the process of identification, I will give two scenarios, Chair. The first one is that we have a case in Londiani that we paid to the wife of the deceased. That means when I say we paid, the wife of the deceased was paid 300,000, and then an additional 90,000 that came from the county to make it 390,000 that was given. Allow me to complete the story.
Chairman.
Chair, I need your protection.
No, Chairman.
Let me give directions
so that I can answer.
Mheshimiwa Matthew,
I need your protection, Chair,
and
so
also
that I can respond to the two.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's agree.
Kindly differentiate between 300,000
Order.
and 90,000.
Chair, I need your protection.
Order. Bwana CS.
Yes.
The 300,000 shillings.
Yes.
Did it come to the county?
Okay. I was in the process of explaining, Chair.
We want a clear. We want our mandate here is not to discuss the compensation from the national government.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Our mandate is geared towards the fundraiser in Londiani.
Thank you.
And also further to that, you
Yes.
have mentioned the 90,000.
Okay.
How did you factor in? How did you determine that these people were to get 90,000?
Okay, thank you. Allow me, Chair, for record, I know there's a question asked by you, Chair. Then we had a question that was asked by Honorable B. I wanted to address, and then also clarify that the 90,000 was from the donation account. Let me clarify that for record, and not county, but the donation account. Thank you, Honorable Matthew, for that clarification.
Chairman. Maybe
So-
yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Chairman.
for that.
Chairman, I'm requesting to ask CS that CS, what authority did you use or was used to transfer the fundraising funds to the donation and charge accounts?
Okay.
And then number two is that is the funds placed under the said account subjected to PFM regulations?
Okay, thank you for that. I now have three questions.
And if it was subjected to PFM regulations, are these regulations applicable, especially when it was utilized?
Okay, thank you.
Let me ask a question so that maybe you can answer. By the time you were writing this minutes was on 18th July, and you said you were chairing the meeting, but whoever was taking the minutes was Alphonse. Now, in the statement, it shows that the balance at the start time was 14,573,634. But in the minutes, at that time, it is 13,653,000, meaning there is a difference of close to 1 million. And this is a very serious meeting that is about to deliberate on expenditure and dispersing of money to the affected persons.
So through the guidance of the chair, I know I've received several questions, and also with age I may forget others. So allow me to answer your question, then I get to question of Honorable B, then I get back to Honorable Albert's question before I finish with.
And maybe
Honorable.
because you've talked of age, Honorable the County Secretary, and the Sergeant at Arms assist the County Secretary with a notebook.
No, I have.
And a pen.
I have.
But you are
there.
talking of age to mean you will keep forgetting and you will be
Because,
taking us back.
Chair, we had asked for questions, and I needed guidance of the chair so that I can answer one by one. Okay, thank you, Chair.
Kindly proceed.
Thank you, Chair. So there was a question of delay in disbursement that I wanted to address from Honorable B, that the process of identification of the actual beneficiaries, I gave a case that we gave 90,000 from the fundraising money. I want to use the correct term, fundraising money. And the widower actually disappeared, and therefore we were still sorting out issues with the father-in-law, which we allowed the DCC for Londiani to be able to sort, so that we can be able to also see who can be then the actual beneficiary. We have around 8 checks that were presented also slightly late because of the differences in terms of identification. The names that the victims gave were not the names in their national identity cards. Most of these disbursements that we did were actually done through the checkbooks, Chair, and therefore when the beneficiaries collected and noted that the names they gave were not matching with the names in the account, then they returned it, and I have the copies of those checks for record purposes. 8 checks that were returned to us because of a difference in identification card and also the names that were captured. Because in an emergency, sometimes when people give their names, the person capturing it may not capture it correctly, and unless it is presented with the ID, I will be able to table that. So those are the things that occasions the delay. There was also a delay in disbursement of the motorbike support. I want to be on record because the report was given to us by Honorable Cherorot during the meeting, but we are yet to get the names of the official beneficiaries. Those are some of the delays that I wanted to come on record. And once we get to know who is this that is benefiting, then the committee will be ready to basically disperse, and the process of procuring those are being handled at the county level. There was a question by Honorable Albert that I wanted to clarify, is that what was reported and captured in minutes? What was reported and captured in minutes were the Paybill money as of 4th of July that I did mention was 29. So for the purposes of the meeting, the team did their calculation using the cash that had been collected. I wanted to make it clarification, but the money in the Paybill is there. There was another question also that was asked by Honorable Albert, and thank you for asking that. I would want to say that for the PFM Act, Honorable, allow me to, that the question will be clarified by CC Finance in terms of the special purpose account and whether it is subject to PMF
regulations.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe what I was asking is that, yes, I've confirmed from statement of that Paybill that 29,000 was meant for that particular day on 4th. So now my problem is, from analyzing this statement, I've noticed that the 935,000 was, in fact, all the money was completed as at
11th.
And you did the meeting on 18th. What prevented you not to add them when you were doing this meeting on 18th? The entire figure of 935.
On 18th.
Yes, yes.
Maybe
because it's already by
the chair.
11th, everything was already in the account.
Through the chair.
Thank you.
You say you had a meeting prior to the fundraiser.
Yes.
Can you confirm to us that in that meeting you agree that the money collected in the fundraising will be deposited in that account, or which criteria did you use to deposit the money collected in the fundraising to the donor account?
Okay, through the chair also, Daktari, you said you had challenges maybe in identifying the victims. We were in Nakuru yesterday, and we have one person who is still at the hospital. On inquiring whether she has gotten the money, she has not, and that one is an obvious case. She's still in hospital. Another question: what informed the committee on the amount that is to be given to those particular victims? Because the challenge now is deciding the amount and then disbursement also, and yet the national government seems to have cleared, or they're almost clearing theirs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Moses, welcome our County Secretary. Chair, I'm apologetic because I just arrived. You gave me a permission to attend to a pressing issue that was in my village, but I am back, Chair. I do not know whether someone has asked this question, Chair. CS,
Honorable.
I think the main reason why there was this fundraising was to assist the victims. I think that was the main reason why a fundraising was done. If the various subdivisions that we've seen, one of the, those fatalities, the families of those who lost their lives got 90,000 each, while the other one got 60,000. Those ones that went to the hospitals. Then this logic, what was the reason why this fundraising was done? Getting 13 million. Then the victims of those who lost their lives got 90,000 each. The other one got 60, which resulted in less than even half the amount that was collected. Then this logic why we had the fundraising in the first place. Can we add you one, or you will answer those one, then I add you?
Add one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Chairman, I know in the process of doing these committees, you had sent me to Nakuru Bichi Hospital together with the vice chair of this committee. Our county secretary, you've owned the document, and from the dispatchment, the expenditures sheet that is before us, of which you've owned it. Number one, and the affected persons, fatalities, you are doing 90,000 multiplied by 53 to give 4,770,000. And then we had survivors. You are distributing 60,000 multiplied by 12. From that sheet, you get 720,000. And as said by the vice chair, we went to Nakuru PG Hospital. We got one mother there, a patient that has been put on implants, 2 implants, and the graftings is going on. And the total bill for those people, all of them in Nakuru, the 9 of them that went to Nakuru PG Hospital, and the 3 that went to Molo Hospital, the total bill came to 366,830. And now, that one is part of the survivors. I'm seeing now you, together with your committee, you did calculations of survivors, 60,000, you multiply by 12. And in your minutes up there, you've said the survivors are 24. To mean, you are intending to distribute money to only 12 survivors. And that informs us the reason. That mother that is lying in the hospital, Nakuru Beach Hospital, that tells the committee, and the committee can attest to that one, that the next of kin, that is his husband, her husband, received a call from you people and from the committee intending to give her the money. Then immediately the husband tried to call. No one is no longer picking the calls. That mother has never benefited from the 60,000. And from now the distribution sheet here, you seem to have only factored 12 survivors. You left behind the other 12 survivors. Maybe you left to God or you left to other persons, I don't know. Number 2, I think you are writing down my questions. This Kericho County Referral Hospital, from this spreadsheet, treatment and medication, 1,880,336. You add another 157,188 to bring a total that you are intending. I don't know whether you gave back the money to the hospital or not, giving us a total of 2,037,524. And mark my words here and underline, the patients that were brought to Kericho County Referral Hospital, since the 12 were taken to Nakuru PG and Molo Sub-County Hospital, 12 were taken there, to mean the patients that we received here is around 12 if we go by the numbers you gave here of 24. The other ones, they spent only 366,830. And here, we are getting a total bill of 2,037,524. As if that was not enough. Out of, when we move from this sheet, when we move to another one, Londiani accident victims bill, that is bringing a total of 1,880,336. The same hospital, the same officers from our county. I don't know whether I'll facilitate you the same documents that we have. When you see somebody by the name Daniel Mwangi Kitata. Samuel Mwangi Kitata, when you go to the other, can members assist me without those ones? When you go to that other document, that's why I want to say, and I'll be made to believe that this total amount that you are given to the committee, it is either it was doctored by the same committee or it was doctored from the hospital. But I want to believe that the hospital did doctor the same amount, because down there it bears the name of the accountant, that is David Sang. From your document, the one that contains the minutes, it bears the name of David Sang, that is the hospital accountant, and it is the same accountant that gave us, it is the same accountant through their documents that gave us, I don't know, I might be forced to stand up, Chairman, because you see these things are so emotive.
As you proceed, we want to ask our secretariat to get a copy to Dr. Bauer of the same document.
Chair.
The two.
Chair. Yes. There is a question I asked.
I have received. I have got. County Secretary. The same, this one that you used to get 1,880,336 is actually the bill that came from, the same came from David Sang. And the same David Sang, taking for example, the bill that belongs to David Mwangi Kitata, 68,960 as the total bill. And here, in this one, it is captured. That's why we want to believe that this document was doctored on the way. The same bill, in your minutes of 17, the document that you handed over on 17 July 2023, David Mwangi Kitata, the bill is 172,362 shillings. And from the original bill from the hospital is 68,960. When you go to another patient by the name Mary Jerry Njenga, and this one is still in the hospital, but on 17 of July, you had concluded with the issues to do with her bill. The original bill at the hospital for Mary Jerry Njenga is 78,410 as at now, and she's still in the hospital. But in your conclusion, as you closed your meeting, the bill for Mary Jerry Njenga was 120,705. As if that is not enough, Mercy Chelangat here in your bill that gave final conclusions, and that is what informed the disbursement of the money. The bill here for Mercy Chelangat is, the original bill is 26,000. That is as per the documents we were handed over by the hospital. But in your final list that was done on July 2023, and may our soul rest in peace, this one died while reaching the hospital. The bill was 26,000 only. And in your Excel sheet that was handed over to you by the same hospital is 41,900. Now, County Secretary, with all due respect on this one that informs you maybe to distribute this money together with this committee that gave a total of 13,540,714, and bearing in mind this 1,880,336 880,000 that is for treatments. And when you go back from the records that we were given by the same hospital, they are giving a budget or a bill of close to only 300,000.
Okay.
Why the disparities?
Chairman.
Chairman, there's a question that has not been answered.
Kindly order.
Okay.
No, I asked
wait,
earlier.
Kindly.
A rejoinder.
Kindly.
A rejoinder,
Kindly.
A rejoinder.
Kindly. The chair is on the microphone. Dr. Bor is asking for some minutes to put some things in order. Yes, so that he can respond appropriately. Dr. Bor, we are giving you 5 minutes to put things in order. 5 minutes is okay?
Actually, 5 minutes is okay, Chair. I wanted to confirm the true figures so that I can answer from the information point of view.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Okay. Before then, you proceed with the leveling of your documents, Bonasias. We are also requesting from our side that you give us the original copy of the bank statement. Yes.
Chairman, addition that you can send, give one assignment to the county secretary is that if we can provide it by the soft copy of the bank statement.
Equally the same, if it is also prudent for us, for purposes of this committee, if we could get the soft copy of the same, it will be quite in order.
Directly shared from the bank.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
So,
Chair, for clarity,
okay, let's have a 10 minutes commercial break so that you proceed.
Chairman, before that, Chairman, a very simple question. Yes, when was the money banked to the donation account? Was it the material day immediately after the fundraising, or the next day?
Thank you.
Yes.
There's a letter that you referenced that we wrote to the bank requesting them for Wells Fargo support and also the class from the bank. So the money was banked the same day to depart immediately. The departure of the money was immediately after the fundraiser. Thank you.
Okay, on the
and
same
we
day.
can provide documentations for those.
On the same day.
Thank
you. Okay. Information only. CS, there's a, you see, I want to get clarity and I want to be satisfied with the answers.
Yes.
The questions that I ask. Maybe later on when you come back, kindly, I would like you to answer to me because I asked a question. That on 7th, or on 6th of July, the bank balance was 14 million. And on the 18th, the committee, which is comprised of, I've seen the titles is honorable members, which means the CECs who are in the committee and the CEOs, approved 13 million. And the balance was 112,000. That is where I want to get the answers and get satisfactory answers.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Maybe County CS, once we are back, you will proceed with the answering of the questions. So you are free to...
Thank you. To put the documents in order.
In order. Thank you so much.